Well, it all came about last summer. I was over in Bangladesh for the first time. I was helping out with a swim programme at a village which was a British-run charity north of Dhaka. And I ended up there because one day when I was at home I'd read this article just by chance where I found out that 50 children a day die here from drowning. And I was so appalled by that figure. And I love swimming, it's my hobby. I'm also a qualified swim teacher. So I ended up being here last summer helping out with some of the swim schemes that are running to try and prevent this. Now when I got home, went back home after that experience, I kind of didn't want my involvement to end there. So I tried to think what I could do just by myself in my spare time to somehow spread the message. And I was looking on the internet for things about swimming in Bangladesh, and then suddenly came across the Facebook page for this swim called the Bangla Channel, which I'd never heard of. So that immediately kind of attracted my interest. Read through the details. I saw it was 16 kilometres, which had never previously swum before, but I know I'd done about 9. And I knew that with a bit of extra training I could do it. Contacted the organisers, and then we just sort of took it from there. I didn't win it. I mean, I just managed to complete it because you know, it wasn't a race. It's a lot of open water swimming. It isn't. You're not racing it. You're just trying to complete a distance and things. You know, my plan now is just to keep going. Really, you know, I feel like sort of momentum has grown. My main aim with doing the swim was to spread the message about the drowning figures, and secondly to make people aware of the swim schemes. And I've certainly been able to achieve that in a far greater way than I've ever thought. So I'm getting a lot of people coming up to me offering support, asking me what I can do. So my plan now basically is to start talking to the right people, work out what would be the next best thing to do so that we can sort of spread the word further. But I think they would identify even more if it was a woman from their own country, because they'll know that I'm lucky back in my country. It's much easier for me to swim. We've got swimming pools everywhere where I live in London. I can go to swim clubs, whereas the majority of women and girls here don't have that. So if a woman from their country was able to go there in the Bangla Channel and do it, then they think, well, yeah, if she can do it, well then I can do it. And so that's why I would like to find someone, and I'd like to swim it with them. You know, so to give them some extra kind of support, and I think it could really help inspire, you know, the next generations. I think it's definitely people are learning a bit more about it. I'm part of a big sort of swimming community on social media. Nobody there really had heard about it before either, and when I've been putting posts up about my experience here, you know, people are contacting me saying, oh, you know, I'd like to do that, I'd be interested. So I think you know you will definitely try and get more people, and I think next year there could well be maybe 3 or 4 British people coming along as well. I think about swimming, and like we're doing this swim, I'm not a brilliant swimmer. I'm not a terrible swimmer. I belong to a swim club. I swim a lot each week, but I've never been a brilliant swimmer, even though I could swim from a young age. And for many years, the only time I was swimming was when I was on holiday. And then it was about sort of 10 or so years ago, my father and my brother passed away in a short space of time. And it was quite difficult to cope with. And I was doing a little bit of swimming then, and I kind of started to find that it seemed to help in many ways. And I think that's what's so great about swimming, is that it's an essential sort of skill that we should have, but it's so good for you on a mental level and a physical level. And for me, it helped me so much mentally, because it was like I could do a kind of meditation when I got in the pool. And I would just feel so much better after a swim. And nowadays as well, if I have a really hard day at work, it's just great to go to the pool and almost just swim it out of my mind. I haven't got a role in that. I mean, I helped out with one of their swim schemes. So that was on my first visit here last summer. I basically assisted the local swim teachers with teaching the children, using the skills that I've learned in England as a swim teacher. So that's been my main involvement with them. And then since then, I've kept in touch with them and just kind of kept myself updated on all the work that they're doing.